What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video journey episode. Today was another externally spent day, I guess you could say that. Not really much progress on myself. Well, what happened today? A few things happened. Okay, in the morning, first of all, that was tough, yo. No, wait, was it tough? Oh no, in the morning, I was feeling a bit sick. My throat hurt a lot. And when I drank my water, that for some reason was really cold, apparently because my room is cold, but I don't know why it's so cold suddenly. I think my mom turned off the heating because it was on a very low heat, so it would be at least not cold at night, because literally I woke up at night and it was cold as hell and my throat hurt. So I made myself some cocoa in the morning. A few hours later, I ate the rest of the pancakes from yesterday that my mom made. And yeah. Well, then I read, and then I watched a series. I finished Death Note actually again. Yeah. And I realized once again, I can't live this lifestyle. Like, even now, how long has it been since I broke my nose? It's been 1.5 weeks, right? Yeah, roughly. Like Saturday, but not last week, but the week before. So Saturday was Tuesday, Monday, 4 plus 7. So 11 days ago is when I broke my nose. Yeah, for 11 days. Or, well, not really for 11 days, because I did spend most of my time in the hospital. But let's say 5 to 7 days, I've lived this lifestyle of playing video games again, watching serious stuff again, and I can't do it. I can't do it. It's not my lifestyle. Like, it's honestly, I don't even know how people can do this still, and have fun and not, have the desire for more. Because I'm so, this just bores me, Like, back then it was it was the most fun thing I could do, but now it's kind of it just bores me, It's not a challenge, or the task is over once I turn off my PC, and have made no progress. It's not really challenging enough and gives me real life progress, real life benefits, Yeah, so yeah. But a friend today had her presentation. It went way better than mine. But well, she put in a lot more work. And then she was like, yo, I was so stressed the whole morning because of the presentation and during the presentation, and now I'm hella bored. I'm like, yeah, then let's meet up, because I was also hella bored, I was sitting in my room literally. Oh, that was so nice. Yeah, she gave me the present yesterday, right? Yeah, I just ate the chocolate. Damn, that's the weirdest chocolate I've ever seen, but it tasted decent, It tasted decent. Normal chocolate is better, but it's decent. Obviously, she didn't know what chocolate I like, so I'm happy I even got something. That was so unexpected, actually. Like yesterday when she, met up with me, I thought I was getting in the ice cream and that was it. But no, she actually gave me a present. So obviously, when someone gives me something, I have a huge desire to return that. especially birthday presents. When someone gives me a birthday present, I'm like, damn, now I have to give them a birthday present. I don't even know what they like. And I have to gather information. And yesterday, while we were walking around the stores, because she gave me that birthday present when we met up. And then I was like, damn. So what am I going to give her? I don't even know, because her birthday is tomorrow. So I had one day to think. So we walked around the shops, and she just looked at stuff. I was just there too, I guess. And whenever I don't get why not everyone is like this. It's literally so simple. So simple. Whenever she's like, oh, I would, this is cute, or whatever, I would want this. And then I'd be like, oh yeah, really? Ask again if it was a joke or not. And if it wasn't a joke, then you're like, I just remembered that. Even took a picture because I don't remember shit. And went to buy that today. And gave it to her today because tomorrow I'm not seeing her. I can't wait to, like the three of us and another friend. So basically the couple, me and another friend of mine, of ours. I don't even know if they're friends, like the girlfriend and my friend. But the boyfriend definitely doesn't know him, like from speaking, because he's, he was a year above us, but I still remember him because also of his other friends, like he had a few friends in our year, because, well, for one, his girlfriend is in a year, and also his ex-best friend was also in the same year. So, he visited school quite a few times, and I would greet him always, and he also invited me to his last birthday. It was 18th, I think, or was it the 18th? Yeah, I think it was the 18th. But yeah, and why am I saying this? Yeah, because we wanted to play badminton, but obviously with his nose I can't. So yesterday I met up with them, right? Today he had uni, so we just walked around again and talked, and that was actually quite nice. On the no, this time not. Yeah, we just walked around and talked, and actually I shared a secret that like 2 or 3 people know, because she kept on pestering, she kept on asking the same question every time we met. And so at that point, I was always be like, nah, try to, go away from that topic. But yeah, I was tired of, pretending, I was tired of lying, because I don't like lying. Yeah. I don't like lying. I'd rather be much more honest, but there's people, like, I'm a cautious guy. I'm not gonna be honest to you if I don't know you, if I don't know if you're gonna, tell the secret, tell things to other people, whether they're good or bad. I don't enjoy my information spreading in general. Like, I don't none, like, even good information. For example, me and my friend, right? Or for example, me benching 130 kgs. That was my PR. But I wouldn't want that information to go around school, and then just people coming up to me and be like, oh, so you bench 130 kgs, huh? I just don't like my information spreading. So, I'd rather, I'm a quiet guy. I'd rather let the others speak, I'm more the listening, ask questions type of guy than the speaker. Sometimes I'm in the yapper mode, but especially with people from school, with friends from school, I'm rather cautious. I see every day and I don't even not even like to the extent that I want them to be in my life forever. There's people from my school, there's friends from my school, whom I'm friends with because we've been in the same class for 5 years or so. We've known each other for a while. So there's people at my school that I know. There's for friends in my school that I know long enough. That's why they're kind of friends. It's not the time frame to call them acquaintances anymore, because I do spend every single weekday with them, like during school, one way or another. Then there's people I like talking to, like friends I like talking to, but like there's actually very, very few people that I want in my life after school is over, And also, like, of course, people I hang around with in my free time. But like really the group of people that I would want to be friends with for the rest of my life are very few. There's like 2 for sure. And then there's quite a few people borderline between, people I do stuff in my free time with and, kind of considering, three now, I guess, that I want to have in my life later too, like have contact with at least. Because they're good people. Yeah. Where did I start? No idea. Yeah. And secret. Share a secret. Yeah. And then as we talked about that, we met another friend. It's kind of weird, he's also in the ice bathing group. I would call him a friend, but like not a close friend, because we don't really talk much. But he's a really good guy. I like him. And well, we saw him and he talked to us. He was nice. And yeah, and I don't know. I like him, I guess. No, I like him. Not, I guess. I like him. Yeah, and then we talked for a bit, like 10 to 15 minutes. And then he left again. And we continued walking. We had a pretty good talk, actually. At first it was like, oh my god. I felt like a father at first, okay? Because she's like, all right, I'll show you my old, school, my elementary school. Like, okay, I guess, then we have a goal to walk towards, and we're there. And then she said, oh, let's go to the playground. I'm like, okay. And then she went on the playground and played like a little kid. I'm too nonchalant for this in public. Like with the right people, I guess, I might do it. And if I'm in the right mood, but most of the people, I'm nonchalant. Or I'm mysterious at least. If I'm not nonchalant, then I'm mysterious at least. Yeah, I'm quite mysterious actually. There's also this was one of the best moments in my life. No, that's an exaggeration, but it was really good. I really liked that feeling. When I was on call with my friends, friend group from before where I used to live, and they were like, what the hell do you even do in your free time? Like, do you have other friends than us? We know nothing about you. I was so happy to hear that. And then the next day in school, someone said this almost exact same thing. They were like, yo, who are even your friends? Like, I don't even know. Do you have friends other than me? And, the people you talk to here in school? I don't, like, you know? That was so good. That was really good. Yeah. Oh, oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then it was kind of finished. We had a good walk. Good walk, good talk. Oh, we also, damn, the order of events is completely messed up, but it's okay. We also went to a friend's house. Walked there, and I video called him, and I was like, "Yo, bro, where are you?" And he was outside. He's like, I'm walking to. Is it also called physio? Wait, I need to Google this because it's like, his back is hella bent, and like it's not straight at all, and he has to go there. Physiotherapy, is it there? I don't know. Physiotherapy. Wait, is it there? Physiotherapy, yeah. Yeah, okay. But basically he was on the way there. And so we almost missed him because I saw like in the background, like above him was like the sign of a, gas station, and it was on the way. So we basically walked past each other. Yeah. That's okay. It happens. Yeah, so and then I was like, where are you? He's like, I'm on the way to physio. Why? And I'm like, oh, I just wanted to, call, or maybe at your house. And no, I was like, yo, I wanted to call and like ask, do you have snacks at home, and do you think I could get them? He's like, why? No, I don't think so. Why? And then I turn around and I show him his house, and he's like, what the hell are you doing there? Yeah, that's so mean. That's so cool. I'm such a great guy, honestly. Damn. I was so great. Yo, this is so great. My randomness is so great. It brings me such joy you don't even understand. I remember I went skateboarding last year. A lot. Also alone. Because my friend hurt himself while skateboarding, and then he couldn't jog for a few weeks and couldn't train for a few weeks, and then yeah, all because he went skateboarding with me one time and decided to be cocky because I was like, yeah, you can do it. Yeah, well, he couldn't do it. He's an idiot. But yeah, so I went alone after that because I enjoyed it. It gave me a bit of peace, honestly. And well, so I skateboarded once or not once, but a few times at 6 a.m. or so. And once that was great. It was raining. It was 6 a.m. and it was raining. Oh my god, you don't understand. I love rain and I love early hours. So I was kind of chasing the rain with my skateboard. That was cool. With my longboard. Yeah. And then while I was walking, yeah, while I was walking with two friends along the graveyard where I remember because the road was really, you know, not even. And I remember I said, "Oh damn, this graveyard reminds me of when I skated here at 6 a.m. once." And one friend was like, "Why were you skating here at 6 a.m.? Why were you skating at 6 a.m.?" And my other friend was already, bro, it's Nikita. Don't even ask. Yes, that's it. That's what I want. Being so random that people are like, no, that's just him. So great. Yeah. But yeah, then at the end of the walk, back to the walking thing. Back to the today, end of memory lane. we were on, bus station, and then as she was about to leave, I was like, okay, since it's your birthday today, here's your present. And I thought she would leave, and then I would not have to deal with if she likes the present or not. But she's like, you got me a present? And she's like, no, 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 now I have to look at it. I'm like, no, the bus, please, no. So she looked at it and she was quite happy. She, it was a glass, a water bottle, that you could get, but it had ears on it. I don't know. And some other stuff, I don't remember. Oh, it was like a bag that you could, that looks like a bee, and then, or it looks like a bee, and then you can, take all of it out, and you have a bag, and you can put it back in too. So, yeah, something like that. She's like, "Wow, you're so sweet." I'm like, I'm not really well with compliments, honestly. Crazy. Why am I not so? I don't know. Why am I so awkward with when normal people compliment me? Not just, actually, when most people. There's just one person who can compliment me when it's like, I just accept my fate. I just accept defeat. But when people other than that one person compliment me, it's like, yeah. Okay, can we now say something else? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, she was really happy about that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why people are so stupid. People don't give a shit. And that's also so sad. That's also so sad, honestly, that people don't give a shit. Like, I'm swearing again. Damn, didn't notice. Sometimes I notice that. Honestly, no, I don't notice that, but because someone said it, I noticed it. Earlier, too, when I said, what the hell, instead of, what the fuck. Yeah. Now I forgot what I was saying. Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh. It's so sad. People don't give a damn. Yeah, because not just relationships obviously don't just include romantic relationships, but also friendships. But low-key, the word relationship is used mostly as having a boyfriend or girlfriend. But relationship can also be used broader, right? So relationships, whether it's with friends or love interests, I find it so sad how people treat relationships these days. They just don't give a damn, They don't care at all, put no effort in. And it's you have to maintain your friends. You can't just always, be like, oh yeah, I want to call my friend, or I want to hang out with him, so I'm going to call him. And, you also have to, actually put effort in. Talk to them sometimes, to check up on them, be there for them. It's simple things. And the same as, listening. I don't get why many people don't listen. Why are people so narcissistic? There's also, I think, especially with my generation, this huge main character syndrome. I have it too. I also think I'm the main character. Sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. But I I'm humble about it. Like I still listen, you know, I know it's still necessary. Like I may be the main character, yes, but that doesn't make their story any less important, right? In my eyes. But like people these days are like, oh, I'm the main character. I all that matters is what I say, and I'm not even listening while you speak. You know, that's just disgusting. I don't know. And it's like always people like these always, you know, they interrupt you and then talk again what they want to say and don't let you speak. And I'm like, brother, okay, you're definitely not one of those people I want to be friends with forever, you know. Some guy who won't even listen to me when I speak. The fuck? Don't even have respect. Piece of shit. Yeah. That's what I think at least. Yeah. Well, why did I say this? Yo, I'm in yapper mode today. Yeah, I forgot. And I don't want to make this any longer because it's low key. You know, it's 8:40 p.m. Still need to cook and eat because my mom. Oh, this also happened today. My mom cut herself in the morning, and I had to help her. You know, because yeah, my mom. First of all, she called for me and was like, "Can you help?" Real quick, and that sounded like serious, so I came and helped. But also because she cannot see blood. She's one of those who's like, blood, oh, blood. And then I was there, like, you know, she literally, the day I broke my nose, she couldn't even, you know, she looked at me and was like, oh my God, I'm getting dizzy. I'm getting dizzy. I'm like, bro. I looked at myself and I was like, shit, no training. That's all I could see in this nose, honestly. Like, when my nose was formed like this, like literally a bracket, I was like, I saw that and I was like, my nose is broken. I cannot. Right, well, I was just sick 2 weeks and now no training again. My nose is broken, no training. That was honestly my thoughts. And then I was like, and then I was about to pass out, and then I was like, all right. I was laying on the ground. I was like, all right, give me my phone. Here. How long no training when with broken nose? It's like 4 to 6 weeks. I'm like, 4 to 6 weeks no training. I am so cooked. And I honestly, still, also I had to tell the story so many times how I broke my nose. So, but like, when I broke my nose, no, there was no pain, right? It was just the trainer who was leading the whole thing, like actually leading the whole thing. He was also like, oh, was there like a sound, like a, you know, was there something like that? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't hear that. You know, I was just like, Pew! And then I was like, oh damn. And then I realized something's dripping out of my nose, and I'm like, damn, okay, blood, blood. And then I was just walked with blood dripping right into my hand, and I was just like, I looked at the blood, and I'm like, damn, that's a lot of blood. I just need to get to the bathroom. Just go to the bathroom. Just go to the bathroom. I was in the bathroom, and then yeah, cleaned all the blood, and then I realized when someone said, "Oh, your nose looks funny. Is it always like this?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." 2 seconds later, I look in the mirror. I'm like, "Fuck." I'm like, "Damn." I swore again. Swore. Yeah, swore. And I'm like, "Damn." I broke my nose. And then all of what I just explained happened. Yeah. Enough happened. I'm hungry. Really hungry. And I still need to take creatine. I forget. Honestly, I hope I remember it every single time I film my YouTube video now. Maybe I'll just place it right next to my iPad so that I don't forget it. Because I only realized today again because I looked to this side. You know, usually when I sit, as you may have realized if you're paying attention, I usually look in this direction. Here's the open room. Here's open leg room. Here's the wall. Where am I looking? Nowhere. Here's the open room. You know. I don't know. Yeah, I need to put this here. No, I should. I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna put it on my bed after I end this video right now. So, see you in the next one. No, wait.